Hi, everyone. We are back for another masterclass today. And today we will be looking at the word treat. It's kind of an interesting word, can be used in quite a few different contexts, not a common word. So if you know it already, then well done. If you don't, then we will give you the information that you need to start using it. And of course, the key challenge will be to actually record yourself using this particular word and then using it in live sessions as well. And we'll kind of go back to basics first, and we'll talk about probably where most people might have heard the word treat, because it has a sort of medical connotation. And as usual, Alistair is here with me. Hi, Alistair.
Hi, Daniel. Yes, it's a treat to do this with you, as always.
That's true. That's
Maybe.
another, yeah, maybe. So yeah, if we go to the medical side first,
I
people
think
will,
that's where maybe
yeah,
most people might know this word from being treated by a doctor. So
that's
medical
right.
treatment, tratamiento, medic. So you go to the doctor treats you for your condition, medical condition. And this is being treated by a doctor who will give you medical treatment as the noun.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's many members will know that. But it's more than that. In fact, what we're going to focus on now is a very different meaning of to treat. Nothing to do with doctors or medicine or anything or illness.
No, that's right.
Are
That's right.
much nicer things, in fact.
Yeah,
Than that.
absolutely. Yeah. So that's just like probably the most basic of all, right? It's just like, okay, yeah, a treatment. I went to the hospital, they treated me. I'm feeling much better now. The treatment really worked very well. So if you are in that sort of medical sphere, then that word is even more important for you, because you need to know that word, right?
And alternative treatments, like alternative medicine,
Absolutely, as
is
well.
another thing.
As well. Good. Okay. The next one is where you're kind of treating someone to something or yourself, right? Yeah. So this is kind of like very much connected to the idea of a sort of capricho in Spanish, right? It's a capricho, it's a treat, and you're treating yourself or you're treating someone else. So it's something special, something because you want to reward yourself. You've done something that you're very happy about, and you're kind of feeling generous either towards somebody or to
generous
yourself.
is a good word, isn't it? Yeah, feeling generous to yourself. You want to reward, premiar, yourself because you've been working very hard. Maybe you've been studying a lot, then you've passed your exam, your driving test, or you've got your master's, and you go, I'm going to treat myself. Now, of course, it could be confused because treating yourself could be medical. To say it's not a good idea to treat yourself.
No,
you should go to a doctor.
Yeah,
it depends on the context. Obviously, when you talk about things to do with illness, treating yourself is you are giving yourself your own medication, shall we say. Now, in this case, nothing to do with that. So when you treat yourself, say, oh, I've been working very hard recently, I'm going to treat myself. I think I deserve, good word, deserve, no merecer. I deserve a nice weekend away in a spa or a 5-star hotel, or I'm going to treat myself to a nice expensive dinner in a Michelin star restaurant. I don't know, whatever you want to do as a treat. So this is treating yourself, giving yourself. It's like giving yourself a present, no?
Yeah, absolutely.
Going to give myself a little present or a big present, whatever it may be. It can be a little thing, un detalle, or a big thing, depending on how much you want to treat yourself.
Yeah.
And then, of course, more common probably than treating yourself is treating other people to things, where you want to be generous to others for some reason. Well, maybe for no reason at all. You're just feeling happy and generous, and you want to treat a friend or a family member to a dinner, or to, I don't know, giving them something, a present, taking them somewhere away for the weekend in a hotel or whatever it may be. So you treat them to that thing, or it could be, their birthday, their anniversary. So there's a reason that you want to treat them to something. No?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of that moment when you're kind of like at the end of a meal or something, and everybody wants to pay, and you might say, don't worry, this is my treat, which is it's a good expression to say.
This
like,
is my treat.
Yeah, it's kind of like actually what we're going to come on to now, which is kind of like where you're trying to say invito yo, right?
So we don't use invite in English. Very important. It's a bit of a false friend.
That's true as well.
So when you say you invite, it doesn't mean you're paying for something.
Yeah.
So you
exactly
just invite in the sense of, invite people to your wedding or to a party. So you ask people to come to join you in the bar, but it doesn't mean you're going to pay. So it can be confusing sometimes. But anyway, you would say, well, there are many ways you can say it. We won't go into that here. There is a podcast, I think, about it, an episode.
Yeah.
But one way is to say, no, this is, I'm going to pay. This is my treat.
Yeah.
And you say, why? Yeah, well, because I want to. Or, it's your birthday. You can't pay. It's your birthday, which is the English tradition, not the Spanish
That's
tradition.
right. That's true.
Where, unfortunately, here, when it's your birthday, you have to pay. But in England and America, I think all English-speaking countries, it's the opposite. When it's your birthday, everyone else has to pay, not you. So you might say, no, it's your birthday. This is my treat. I'm gonna get this.
Absolutely.
So you're treating that person to something nice. In this case, a meal, but it could be anything. No?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I believe that you tried to treat your children this summer, but unfortunately failed. But I think you're going to try again.
Yes, we will try to treat them to something special, next summer. And because we were trying to go to Disney, but in the end, it wasn't possible. And so we'll organize that for some other time and treat them at some other moment. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because that's something special. It's not something you do every day, obviously.
Sure.
So doing nice things for your children that they like to do. It could be a little thing like, this weekend as a treat, we're going to take you to McDonald's or going to let you eat ice cream. Yeah. So the kids are not usually allowed to eat ice cream or eat McDonald's because you don't think it's very healthy for them. But they love these things. Then you can treat them and say, okay, as a special treat, because it can be a reward because they passed, you're doing well at school, got good marks in your exam. Yeah. So we're going to treat you to whatever, pizza or McDonald's or whatever it is they really like to do.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely.
A super treat, a trip to Disneyland. Wow, that's an amazing treat.
Absolutely. Yeah. Good. Yeah. So there you go. You can treat someone, you can treat yourself as well. And then the last one would be it's my treat, which is kind of what I was saying at the end there. Yeah, which is like related to if you are in a particular situation and you want to pay, you can say it's my treat. And so there you go. That's the main idea with the word treat. And I think that's kind of a good way of building a challenge because you can think of different scenarios. You can think of scenarios when you treated yourself. You can think of some scenario when you treated someone else, or you can actually even think of a moment where you used the expression and you said, oh, it's my treat, right? I went to this place and I really felt that I wanted to pay. So I said, oh, don't worry. It's my treat. Okay.
Yeah.
There are other expressions.
I've just won the lottery and I'm going to treat everyone to
a
nice meal. Yeah. For some reason. Now, things have gone well for me and I'm happy. So I want to share that with the rest of the world. I'm going to treat everyone.
Yeah.
A drink or a meal. Yeah.
It is a word that I very rarely hear Spanish speakers saying. If they said it, I would be massively impressed. So this is like really trying to push your vocabulary a little bit higher and using that particular, it's a verb, is to treat. Okay. You might use it more in a medical sense. You might be used to that. But if you can bring it through and across to saying, okay, to treat someone, to treat myself, it's my treat, then that's a level higher.
Yeah.
That's a level higher. Yeah, definitely.
So the challenge is tell a nice little story, little anecdote about when you treated someone to something and why. Now, what was the reason? Was there a special occasion or some reason why you did that? Or maybe no reason at all. You just wanted to do it. And what was it? What was the treat? Yeah. And then you can also tell us a story about when you treated yourself to something nice and why and what was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the challenge.
That's the challenge. A nice one, I think. So there you go. That's the challenge for this week. We will be back next week with another challenge. But for now, Alistair, it was a treat to be here with you.
Yeah, always a treat to work with you, Daniel.
Absolutely.
We enjoy it.
Yeah. All right. Speak soon, and we'll be back next week. All right.
Yeah. Cheers.
See you then. Bye-bye.